The Perth Mint Lunar Series has reached ridiculous highs in investment potential, certainly Lunar Series 1 and a lot of the coins in Lunar Series 2. Now we're on to Lunar Series 3 and we're going to have a focus on this tiger here today and whether or not it might one day hit the dizzy highs of the previous Lunar Series from the Perth Mint. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to you all joining me for this week's edition of In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver or gold. And this week we are going to be checking in with the Perth Mint and their Lunar Series 3 Tiger for 2022, a real big chunky monkey 2-ounce silver coin. It's certainly very good, and we're going to have a real close-up look at it and talk about Lunar Series 3 from the Perth Mint. Now this has been sent to me by Europa Bullion, who are very generously sponsoring this week's episode and a few previous episodes, and as you may see on the table, future episodes as well. So if you are interested in buying this coin or any of the others you've seen, then check out their website. There's a link down in the description below. It's not an affiliate bonus code. We don't get anything if you go and buy from them. We just get to keep these coins that they've sent us to showcase for free, which is very generous of them. So go and check them out and say thank you to them down in the comments section. So, Perth Mint Tiger, really beautiful coin, and the Perth Mint is synonymous with quality and high quality coins and finish, and also matte finish coins. I am a big fan of matte finish silver, certainly when you have shinier bits on it to highlight the various bits of the design that you really want to show up, and this has done just that. Now, Perth Mint Lunar Series are also synonymous with significant amounts of quality. And it is interesting to sort of see the difference in, I think, reception for the Perth Mint Lunar Series 3 compared with 2, and certainly with Lunar Series 1. If you're new to stacking silver, Perth Mint Lunar Series 1, they've garnered some humongous prices for some of their earlier issuings, and it is quite staggering for bullion products at the end of the day, quite how in demand they were. Perth Mint Lunar 2 came along, and that hype train continued because the earlier editions, the Mouse, the Ox I think it was, and the Tiger were exceptionally popular. We're talking megabucks for them, and in fact I've got a little 10th ounce, or no, their 20th ounce gold collection of them. And I remember having to pay significantly over the odds for just the Lunar Mouse. Now, these in a Lunar 3 series have not necessarily taken off massively with premiums and prices yet. Can be expected because it's still early days in these, but I also do think that we have seen a big change in markets since the earlier days of Perth Mint Lunar 1 and Perth Mint Lunar 2. There has been a fundamental shift. I talked about it in my last video, actually, last Wednesday, about how markets have changed so drastically for bullion products. There are plenty more new buyers out there for all of this wonderful shiny stuff. And I do think that that has had an effect on bullion products' new releases. And you do find that these ones, which are unlimited mintage and often minted to order in the sense that, the big bullion dealers around the world will say, okay, yeah, we think we can sell 10,000 of these units, please can you send them to us? And the Perth Mint will go, yeah, sure, we'll make them, here's the price, and they'll do it. That, I think, has really led to big mintages appearing on some of these coins. And of course, we don't necessarily find out the mintages on these until significantly after the fact. And one of the reasons that the first series of the Perth Mint Lunars did so exceptionally well is because they have micro mintages on some of the key coins within that series. It's really different, the market now, compared with where it was, certainly with the Series 2. And you've got to see the Series 2 shift, I think, is the evidence you need, all the evidence you need to show that it really has fundamentally changed. The first few in that series, very, very low mintages on some of them, but then the last numbers in that series just go really, really high. Also, Lunar Series are an interesting one right now because they were the rage. They were all the thing back in, when I got started, 2015. There were just so many of them out there, and they really were exceptionally popular. But they've started, I think, to sort of wax and wane in their popularity. The Royal Mint's Lunar Series, for example, was, I haven't kept up. It was cancelled one point, it was then not cancelled. Some people pulled up a bit of a fuss about it to say, where I started collecting this series, you can't stop halfway through. There are a lot of Lunar Series out there. It's a great kind of thing to Showcase, great series to kind of make. There's eclectic designs potential in there. The different animals are fantastic to see. It's really very good, and of course it's very popular with sort of Far East culture and the westernized kind of version of that culture too. So it was very popular, but I can't see there being as many now, because I think we're in this world now where there is this like attention deficit disorder on most people. I think as collectors, we don't want to wait 12 years to complete our series. You know, for me, I had to backdate a bunch of these coins, and it was kind of like, well, I was halfway through, so if I backdate, then I have to wait 3 or 4 years to get the rest of them, which is not too much to wait. So yeah, I'll do it. And so I did. But now, if I'm faced with collecting this series, I have to kind of think about, you know, gosh, who knows what's going to happen in 12 years' time? If I'm starting this now, you know, there could be a complete shift in the entire paradigm of the world in 10 years, 5 years. I mean, you've only got to look at the sort of the COVID effect that's happened, and just really, you know, it can shift on the turn of a dime, and it really, really has in this world. So we are now, I think, as a consumer base, after short fire turnaround products like things like the Queen's Beast series, 2 coins, 3 coins a year sometimes on other releases. It's what we want, I think. It's what we are reaching out for, just as many cool and eclectic designs within a collection as possible, and get it done, get it out there. We've seen other series that have just been released all in one. You know, we saw a Zodiac series, so kind of like the Lunar Series, but I think, what was it, the Pressburg Mint, but they released it all in one go, and they look fantastic. And I saw them and I was like, yep, I'm going to buy that, because it's all there, it's done, it's just ready to go. I don't have to wait 12 years to get all the designs in. So yeah, Lunar Series are an interesting one, but this particular coin, we have to admit, is very pretty indeed. I mean, just look at the light playing off the tiger is fantastic. The design of the little tiger cub is adorable. Absolutely love this baby tiger cub. And just the way that the light plays off that shiny proof is wonderful. I do enjoy this coin. It is very nice. And the 2-ounce size as well. I mean, it's a big, chunky dinner plate of a 2-ounce silver coin. The Perth Mints have always done well with their kind of size of coins. You know, really thin profiles, really exemplify the designs on those coins. We've got here the Jodie Clark portrait of the Perth Mint, and I'm not a fan of this motif with the shiny sort of Queen's head side and then the matte finish. I just think it looks a bit off, a bit odd. It's not quite right. I'd have preferred it perhaps the other way around. Or if you're going to do it that way, perhaps, you know, her dress there needs to also be the shiny proof. I don't know. It just looks a little bit off, is all I'm going to say on that front. But it's still high quality. I mean, the Jodie Clark portrait is nice. It is good. But I think I preferred the other portraits, the Ian Rank Broadley portraits that the Perth Mint used to use, and you know, it is a shame that we don't see that anymore. But you know, Jodie Clark is a master of his craft, and I have no doubt that in 100 years' time, the Royal Mint will be releasing the Great Engravers series commemorating Jodie Clark's designs. So yeah, it is what it is. I think it's a real cracker of a coin. As a series, it's not one I'm collecting. It's not one that I'm really focused on or targeting. So as a investable, collectible coin, you know, sitting at the high end of the bullion market. It's not cheap bullion, it's not expensive bullion either, though, to be fair. I think it's a pretty cool thing. I think it's certainly an incredible gift to give anybody born in 2022, or is the year of the tiger from the previous decades. And for that, I'm going to give it a score of 8.5 out of 10. I just think that there's a little bit lackluster in terms of the popularity of these coins right now and the potential investment of them in the future. But it's still pretty good. You know, 8.5 out of 10 I think is a really good score for any kind of bullion product. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Let me know your score out of 10 as well. And whilst you're down there in that comment section, let me know what you want to see featured next week on In Focus Friday. We've got 5 coins left from Europa Bullion to focus: the Equilibrium coin, the Cutty Sark, the Silver Starfish, the Caribbean Silver Octopus, and Pirates of the Caribbean. So a few nautical themed coins there, but let me know what you want to see next week down in that comment section. Otherwise, go and check out Europa Bullion if you're interested in the Perth Mint Tiger. Otherwise, that's it from me. A big thank you to you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.